When you walk up to a barbell, do you close your eyes? Do you attack the weight immediately, or do you pause a moment to visualize yourself lifting the weight? If you do visualize yourself, do you see yourself struggling, or are you making the weight look absolutely easy? Are you actually able to translate these thoughts into action when you perform your lifts? Do you even think about the lift at all in the first place? You see, all of these are valid and reasonable questions that you should be asking yourself if you want to be the best lifter that you can be. Don't get me wrong, there's no right or wrong way, at least not necessarily in my opinion, but you should be carefully considering what the best way to set up your lifting is. Are you the type of lifter who readjusts their grip 1,000 times before they finally decide to go? Or do you wait all of about a quarter of a second between touching the bar and absolutely ripping it off of the ground? Again, remember, neither of these approaches are inherently right and wrong or better than the other. Notice that all the clips that I'm using throughout this video include a variety of different strategies when it comes to approaching the bar and the lift. And all the lifters in these videos are immensely talented and successful within their own right, many of them at a very, very high international level. But the thing is, it is pertinent that you establish what works best for you and that you do it consistently. Much like some lifters prefer a dynamic start rather than a static start, having a routine that you can turn to each time you approach the bar is, in my eyes, an absolute necessity. Across all sports, having a setup you perform before your sporting tasks is absolutely ubiquitous and really unavoidable at a top level. From track and field, to baseball, even to, Shaq at the free throw line. Everybody has their own approach. One thing, however, that I find to be of critical importance, no matter how you approach it, is the mentality you have surrounding the actual weight itself. Perhaps the title of the video will be a bit controversial, but I genuinely think that weightlifters are best served when they try to lift as though there's absolutely no weight on the bar. Approaching the bar like the weight on it is completely inconsequential and they can just rip it off the floor and go for it with no consequence. Now, if you've seen my videos before, which hopefully you have, you're probably aware of my love for Bulgarian weightlifting. I use a million other clips, and whether it be from the modern age of now Carlos Nassar or the more golden age of athletes coached by Ivan Avajayev, the way in which they go about lifting weights is absolutely terrifying, but I mean that in the best and most complimentary way possible. You see, the clip I have on screen at the moment is probably one of my favorite weightlifting clips of all time. Competition, training setting, it doesn't matter. This is the creme de la creme for me. The speed and the aggression and the pull, the absolute commitment to the lift, it's mind-blowing. I will say for guys that had maxed probably multiple times that week and had to max probably multiple times later in that week and probably in the same day, they still managed to treat every single lift as if it were their absolute last, as if their lives absolutely depended on them making that one particular lift in that specific session. Again, the speed of it, and not just in the third pull, but directly off of the floor, the intent, the screaming, the straining to get under it. It's one of the most aesthetically pleasing ways of lifting that there ever has been or there ever will be. Now, tie rate aside, no matter how you go about approaching the bar and setting up over the bar, you have to be absolutely committed to that specific lift. You must approach it like the idea of that weight getting the better of you is completely laughable. It's a joke. You can and should have some level of ego and absolute unshakable confidence in your ability to destroy the weight that you loaded onto the bar. See, I think if you really don't think that you can do it, you have no business putting the weight on the bar in the first place. If you're going to load it, go for it. You have no choice but to do it, and do it with absolute commitment. In a sport where greatness and success is purely dictated by the numbers you can put up, where singular kilos can decide whether you're a fluke or a fraud or the next coming of Lasha Talakadze, allowing yourself to adopt the mindset that any singular number or weight can get to you and rattle you in the confidence you have in your abilities is going to be the end of your progress. So, next time you go into the gym, find out what you're capable of. And I'm not just talking about in terms of numbers, because you're not going to PR every session, no matter how early in your career you are. But in terms of how confident you can be when you get up to your working sets, for instance, you can absolutely have control over that. Now, if you're anything like me, you have a habit of changing your setup when you get to certain weights. Let's say you're building up, you're having a great session, crushing weights that you know you can hit. When all of a sudden you reach that one weight that's always seeming to get you nervous in the sense that you finally think, I might miss this one. You start pacing more between sets, taking too much time between sets, using double the chalk that you originally were, or thinking, maybe I should throw a belt on, and then proceeding to readjust your grip 24 times before you finally go, pulling with about 50 to 75% of the effort that you were on the previous weights, and ultimately end up missing, and missing badly. If I can implore you to do anything, don't change. Don't let anything break you or shake you. Miss or no miss, there's no weight that is greater than the strength of your mind, greater than the strength of your willpower and commitment to yourself to be the best lifter that you can be and rip the bar off the ground like the Bulgarians that came before you. But as for today, that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching all the way through. Feel free to check out the Instagram, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Most of the people who watch these videos aren't actually subscribed to me, so feel free to stick around and watch more. I can promise you that from here on, they'll just keep getting better and better. I'm really enjoying content creation and taking a lot of pride in the videos that I'm putting out and trying to make each one better than the last. I'm getting pretty passionate about it. But that's all for me today. Whether you're lifting today, tomorrow, or the day after, just go get after it and get better. Thank you.